All right, then welcome back to another BT Sport quiz where we're very lucky today to have a Premier League winner, a Champions League winner, Liverpool left-back Andy Robertson here with us today and ready for a massive quiz. Isn't that right, Andy? You never wing these things, you always prepare.
I wish I had prepared for this, but let's see how we go. Let's see.
All right, then. So this is very simple. We're just going to ask a few stats from throughout your career. I'll give you some clues along the way and people will be playing along in the comments. And the first thing we're going to go for is your Liverpool debut, 1-0 against Crystal Palace, August 19th, 2017, I believe. So we're going to try and get the starting lineup from that team.
Oh, right, okay. Simon Mignolet in goals.
Absolutely. And I suppose we can also go yourself.
Yeah, me at left back, yeah. I remember Ragnar Klavan was next to me.
The most famous Estonian man in the world.
Yeah, seen him on Eurovision Song Contest the other day, yeah. Joel Matip.
He was there, yeah.
I think Joe Gomez played right back. He
was. You're flying so far.
Yeah, but these are people that I should know because it affected the way I played that day. Into midfield, I'm going to say James Milner.
He was there. Of course he was.
I think he played.
Part of the furniture these days.
Yeah, he played on the left. I'm going to say Hendo. Hendo play.
Henderson was there.
And I'm going to say Gini Wijnaldum?
Yes, Gini Wijnaldum was there as well, yeah.
Okay, this is where it gets tricky. Sadio
Mane, yes.
Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane.
I think you got two left. You're flying. Most people take much longer than this.
Sadio Mane. Mo Salah?
Mo Salah wasn't playing, wasn't starting.
That must have been his last non-start, that. Bobby Firmino?
Yes, Bobby Firmino. How emotional is that going to be on Saturday, by the way?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. That'll be... Look, I think everyone got a taster on Monday night as to what the send-off will be like for him, so it'll be pretty emotional, I think.
Actually, you've got a few guys leaving on the same day. I mean, is it four of them leaving on Saturday?
Yeah, 4: Naby, Ox, Millie, Bobby. So I think it'll be quite an emotional day for everyone. Yeah. But
oh man, big characters as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of big characters, by the way, this last one.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say Phil Coutinho, but I'm not sure you would class him as a big character. So I'm going to leave that.
I've never met him. Is that you saying? Is that you saying he's not a big character?
He's a big character in his own right, but not. I'm going to say Daniel Sturridge.
Had to be.
Yeah, Studge.
He's getting into the punditry game now as well.
He is, and his videos are very funny. To be fair, on Instagram, I like them. Yeah, I remember Studge because I think I put a ball in for Studge. Yeah, because I think we had Champions League. We had a Champions League qualifier the week after, I think, during the week, and that's why we made a couple of changes. So that's probably why Mo's not playing Coutinho.
Did he do anything good with it, or did he rob you of an assist?
No, he robbed me of an assist. So did Joel Matip that game. I remember it.
Unforgivable.
You're right. I'm glad you said it. Glad you said that.
All right, well, moving on, let's talk about assists, and we're going to move into the 2019-2020 season. Obviously, the Premier League winning season, 85 goals, 99 points, an incredible season in the league for Liverpool. Yourself and Trent, obviously this year, tied on 8 assists, Salah on 10. Yeah. But I'm going to push you here for that season, the top 10 assists in the league, the people the players that had the most assists in the league. So obviously put yourself in there with 12.
Me, Trent.
Can you remember how many Trent got?
What did I get? 12.
Yeah.
He got 13, didn't he? Did he get one more?
He did. He got one more. He got one more.
I remember he got one more because I got an assist against Newcastle last game of the season, and he was on the bench, and I was trying everything for the last 15 minutes to tie him, and I didn't quite manage it.
So it must be funny with assists though, because so much it's not like goals. You know, if you stick the ball in the net, you get all the praise, you get the goal easy. But assists, you're relying on someone else. It must be incredibly frustrating being in an assist race with Trent, knowing that you kind of got to rely on everyone else.
Yeah, true, but then I suppose they rely on us to put the ball in, don't they? So they get fed up with us when we don't put it in properly. So I suppose it's similar, isn't it? Similar. So number one was Kevin De Bruyne. I remember that he was chasing. I think he was chasing Henry's record that season.
Yeah, 20 assists in 35 games, which is ridiculous.
That's not bad. That is it. Not bad.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Son. He was definitely there.
Yeah, Son with 10.
Mo Salah was there.
Mo Salah was there. Yeah. Has he ever set you up?
No, never. He's never set me up. No, he's never set me up. Was Bobby there? Bobby Firmino?
He was, yeah. 8 in 38 games.
Right, this is now where it gets tough, I think. David Silva?
David Silva was there, yeah. 10, but only in 27 games, so much less games than everyone else on the list. What was he like playing against? Because he's kind of I almost feel like he goes a little bit under the radar when people talk about best Premier League players, but he was unbelievable for however many years he was there. He
was unbelievable. I remember when I went to Hull and we played against City, and that was probably when he was at his best, and he was unbelievable. What a player he was. I'd agree with that. He was probably underrated. Not many people give him the respect over here he deserves, probably.
All right, where else are we going? Who else we got? I think we've got all of the ones on 10. So now we're moving to the players with 9.
Raheem Sterling?
No.
No,
Raheem. Let's stick with City for now. One of them is on 9 from Man City.
I'll say Riyad Mahrez.
Yes, Riyad Mahrez. You must have come face to face with him a few times as well. What's that like?
He's always there. He can go inside. He can go outside. He can go through you. He's an unbelievable player. To be fair, he's a special player, and he always chips in with goals and assists. That's why I thought he could be on that list.
Now these next two might be slightly harder to get. Both still playing in the Premier League though.
Right.
Let me just double check on one of them. Obviously I can cheat. It's fine. I'm sat over here.
Yeah, you can.
I can just pretend that I'm really clever and know everything about all the players.
I'm trying to think. Was that the?
Yeah.
Was that the? Was the season we won it, or was that the season before? I'm trying to think. There was one season that Adama Traore was up there, but I'm trying to think, was that the season before or?
That's it.
That's it. Season?
Adama Traore. 9, yeah. Perfect. I was just trying to think if he was still there because he was at Barcelona for a bit last year, wasn't he? But yeah, he's still at Wolves.
Yeah, and, he was on a madness that season. I remember it. He was very good.
What was that like? I mean, compared to someone say like Riyad Mahrez, who's kind of skills and intricacy, Adama, you just got that like very technically talented player, but also enormous. Yeah,
it was just pace and power, you know. He could run through a whole team, like, you know, with his pace, with his power, with the baby oil on his arms.
So that is true. That is true about the baby oil thing. Yeah,
it's true. Yeah. Anytime you
did anyone in the Liverpool squad try and borrow that?
No, well, when you come, like if you wear it, like I used to wear an Under Armour, so when I wore Under Armours, you used to come in and it was just covered in baby oil after the game you'd finished with them. So it's just so you can't grab them. So it's quite clever from him, but so yeah, he was really.
I might take that into Sunday League, just to oil myself up before rolling around Hackney Marshes.
You should try it. So what do we need? The second bottom one, is it?
Yeah, the final one. So he has. Let's think of a clue. This one's quite tricky, but he's still playing in the Prem, still performing. One England cap.
One England cap.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that doesn't help me. If you said one Scotland cap, I might have been able to. But one England.
I'm just trying to gauge sort of age and talent level, plays on the left.
On the left.
I reckon we were talking earlier about your goal scorers letting you down. I think his lads up front might be letting him down a bit this season. I think he should be higher up in the assists this season than he is.
Ward-Prowse?
No. You're down the right end of the table, though.
I'm down the right end of the table. Right. Who else? Harvey Barnes?
Harvey Barnes.
Yeah.
Harvey Barnes got 8 that season.
Did he?
Yeah.
Wow. Leicester had a good season. Remember, they were up. They were in the title race at one point. It was us, them, and City. Yeah, he's a good player, Harvey Barnes. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was obviously played them the other night on this incredible run you guys have been on. It's funny with football, isn't it? That like you can be 2 months ago, whatever, everyone's saying Liverpool's in crisis. Now it's like you couldn't even figure out how to lose a game if you tried. Yeah,
it's obviously not. It doesn't quite feel like that. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of determination, everything that's went into it. But yeah, we're on a good run of form, and we have to keep it going to the end of the season because obviously the 2/3 of the season weren't quite the way we wanted it, and we gave away far too many points, and that's why we're in the position we're in. But obviously 2 months ago, people were saying, would we even get in Europe? To now be sitting in 5th, and it's still not where we want to be, but to be sitting 5th and guaranteed European football, I think, from 6-8 weeks ago, that's the first objective ticked, and to even be suggested that we could get in the Champions League, it's obviously because we've done well and we've been on a good run, but we now need to, it's not in our hands, and that's, with 2 games left, it's not ideal, but all we can do is keep trying to apply pressure, and let's see what happens in the next couple of games.
I'm going to stop talking about it because I don't want to curse it. You're on an absolute roll, and I don't want to be even remotely responsible for that. So let's throw it back to 2014, and this is the Hull debut. So we're going for your Hull debut. QPR versus Hull, 1-0 win for Hull. August 2014.
I think I'll do all right at this. I remember I wasn't meant to be starting. I wasn't meant to be starting the day before, and Liam Rossignol got injured in training, and then I ended up starting. So I'll go Alan McGregor in goals.
Yeah.
Back 3 of James Chester, who scored.
Yeah.
Curtis Davis.
Yeah.
And it was either Paul McShane or Alex Bruce. I'm going to go...
It was Alex Bruce.
Alex Bruce, there you go. Me at left wing back. El Mohammadi at right wing back.
Yeah.
We then had...
Tell you what, some team this was, by the way.
It was a good team. We then had Tom Huddleston.
Yeah.
And Jake Livermore.
Yeah.
We then had my good friend Robert Snodgrass, who done his episode.
Tell me about Robert Snodgrass. Yeah, you're right on that as well. Every person I interview I've spoken to in football that's been a teammate of Rob Snodgrass seems to absolutely love him and think he's the funniest person that ever lived. Is that true?
Yeah, he's right up there. Yeah, he's constant. He's constantly up to something. Constantly, pulling pranks or trying to wind somebody up or winding staff members up. So I was lucky to play with him at Hull. I was lucky to play with him at Scotland when I first moved down to Hull. I moved down on my own and everything like that, and him and his family kind of brought me under his wing. So he was like a big brother to me. Obviously in that game, he got a terrible injury. That was when he dislocated his knee, and I think he was out for about 18 months after that. So that's why I remember he did it in the first half, and then obviously he had a long road to recovery. But even then, he was still a massive part of that changing room. And then he came back and obviously done some pretty special things. And for Scotland as well, he was a massive player for us. Back in the day.
You still in touch with him?
Yeah, still talk to him. Still talk to him every week. Always touch base with him, and you know, obviously our families know each other really well and things like that, and yeah, I always phone him, and you know, it's one of the ones we always miss each other, but then we'll finally get each other, and then we'll talk on the phone for about an hour and a half. So no, he was a really good friend to me, still is a really good friend to me, and you know, I think he always will be.
Absolute dead ball monster as well.
Oh yeah, love the set piece.
All right then, the last two attackers, I think these are gettable.
The striker would have been Nikita Jelavic.
Yes, bang on.
The other one I'm struggling with.
Let me fish some clues out for you. Let's get this one. I think. Where is he at the moment? Okay, currently playing in the Championship.
No. I was going to say Sam Clucas, but he came in the Championship. He came when we were in the Championship.
Before Hull, he was at Palace.
Tom Ince.
That's the one.
Tom Ince.
Got him.
Yeah.
Fair play. I think you've absolutely nailed all of them. To be fair, you did. Given that you said you were winging it, no research.
No, that game, obviously my Premier League debut, I remember, and the fact that we won, and the fact that we kept a clean sheet and all that. I knew the back five would have been easy, and then I knew Jake and Tom played pretty much every game. I remember Snoddy done his knee injury that game, and then Jelavic was our main man, and then Tom Ince I struggled with. Sorry, Tom. I'll apologise.
I'll leave you to settle that with him. All right then. All good. We're done here. You've smashed that. You've done. I think you've done pretty well. It just in general, a good memory there. When I said 2014, your heart sunk a little bit, but you nailed it.
Yeah, I'm glad you asked about the debut. If you asked about another game, I don't think I'd be able to any other game that season. I think.
Well, as the fourth one, we're doing Liverpool versus.
Yeah, I think it would.
In a Europa League qualifier or something from whatever year it was. No, thanks so much for your time.
Top man, thank you very much.
Well done, mate.
See you later on. Bye bye.
Top man.
Bye bye.